Hello, hello. I'm just waiting for my guest to join me. Please do say hello if you're about. So, I'm Emily. I am an astrologer. I'm a tarot card reader. And today I will be joined by Patricia Leggatt, who is a fellow astrologer. I'm just waiting for her to join. Hopefully I will see her very soon. So we are currently in Libra season. And Libra season is all about balance and harmony. So while we wait for Patricia Leggatt to join us, I'm just going to do a very quick chant, which I learnt through Yasmin Boland and her discussion with Dr. Coolreach Chowdhury, who is a sound medicine expert. So the chant is all about bringing balance into your life, and it encompasses the chakras, and the idea is to balance the chakras in your life. So here goes while we just wait for Trish. Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Pam Siram Dhamriyam Yang Ham Shivarom Swaha. Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Pam Simram Dhamriyam Yang Ham Shivarom Swaha. Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Pam Siram Dhamriyam Yang Ham Shivarom Swaha. Hello and welcome. Namaste if you are here with me at all today. Today we are talking about balance. That's balance in your life, work-life balance, balance in business, so many things. I'm just waiting for my special guest, Patricia Leggatt, to join me today, and hopefully we'll have a lovely conversation all about balance in her life as well. I just want to see whether she's here at all. Aha, I believe she's just joined me now. Okay, so let's welcome Trish.
Hi,
Hello.
can you see me? Sorry, I had some technical issues.
Oh, bless you. How are you?
I'm really well. How are you? Nice to see your lovely face.
I'm good, thank you. Well, I mean, I have a slight cold, so I'm just a little disclaimer to anybody out there. I apologise if I have any kind of coughing fit at all, and I will mute myself and allow Trish to fill in for me if need be.
Oh, bless you.
So I took a little screenshot of your bio, so I will read it out so everyone knows who you are. Well, thank you for joining me.
Fantastic. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too. Let me just find it. She says, aha. So allow me to welcome Patricia Leggatt. Patricia is a warm and intuitive yoga therapist and esoteric astrologist. She's passionate about the transformative power of yoga and astrology. It's her intention to help you fall in love with your essence, to feel more aligned inside and out, healthy, happy, and whole through each season of your life with more ease and grace. A qualified yoga therapist and total yoga Nidra instructor who is experienced in hosting retreats around the world. Wow, sounds amazing.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
no worries. So, how long have you been teaching yoga, Trish?
Oh, I started, I'm losing count now. I think it must have been 2008, 2009, around about that time. Yeah, so quite a while. Before that, I was in training for a while. I did a 500-hour yoga teacher training with Ruth White. She was my first teacher. So she encouraged us to teach during that as well. So we were teaching friends and family. So yeah, I think I started that in 2004. So I took my time and embodied. I didn't want it to end. So yeah, when I started, I didn't want to be a teacher. I just loved yoga so much and it made me feel good. So I've always done it for how it makes me feel more than how it looks. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it was like, it just went hand in hand with mental health. So it really helped me through some tricky years. But yeah, all good. Thanks to you.
Yeah, I do think yoga is more that a way of life, really, isn't it? It's not just what people see when they go to a yoga class and think, oh, it's exercise. Well, yeah, there is the benefit of the asana practice, the exercise part, isn't there? But
Yes.
I know for myself that I'm not any stranger to saying this. I have IBD, I have Crohn's disease. And I know a lot of people know this anyway, but for me, it was more of a healing thing. It was a case of, right, so nothing's working to sort of get rid of feeling in pain and feeling fatigued and everything. And I just found a class by Cassandra Reinhardt, Yoga with Cassandra online. And I thought, well, actually, this is doing something to my body. I don't know what it is, but I don't feel like I'm in so much pain. And I kind of approached it from that angle. And it was a case of, right, well, something here is working. And she was very much into yin yoga. I know you do a lot of yin and things as well, don't you, Trish?
Yeah. So basically, I try and balance it now because, as you know, I've got a grand trine in air for those astrologers out there. So I tend to have a lot of passions. And I jump from, I find this interesting this year, and then I find this interesting. So as I've kind of grown up, I guess, I've tried different things. So yeah, when I needed grounding, I was very much into like the Iyengar inspired yoga, which gave me a good foundation and brought me down to earth. And yeah, helped me get all this air energy that I've got, and it really helped me ground it into my body. And then I remember getting to a point where it's very linear, that kind of practice. And then I got to a point where I was like, I just feel like I need to do this. Sorry, I've lost my earbud. So then I found another amazing teacher. So she was very much like creative in yin style, but it was challenging as well. So it was like, when I say yin, I don't mean the traditional yin that we see at studios. She brought in the creativity and the kind of feminine energy, which I think I needed then. Once I'd got this kind of masculine energy kind of sorted and helped me get on the straight and narrow and grounded and responsible and what have you, then I was like, okay, I've got this. Now I need to find this kind of flowing, creative. I needed to express myself. So yeah, Linda Dantal, who's an amazing teacher, she's at Treehouse Yoga in Southfields. I did another teacher training with her. My husband at this point was saying, how many teacher trainings do you need to go on? I just like being a student, and there's so much. It's like the universe, yoga. It's so expansive, but it does get you back to that essence of coming home to yourself. So yeah, I basically bring on a bit of that, a bit of this, and then I finally did train with Cal from Tri Yoga and did yin yoga, like the traditional Chinese medicine, finding about the meridians, which as I've got to I'm kind of like perimenopause now, that has been like such a soothing balm for me. So when, I guess it would help you as well, Emily, when you're going through an episode with your Crohn's, just doing that sort of stillness is so healing for your body. Especially what I never realized until I'd done the training and felt it and embodied the yin. It was like all that emotion that you've held on to during the year, which through the many years of your life, just gets stuck in the tissues, and just finding a very simple, gentle kind of healing environment to release it is so healing. So yeah, I also did yoga therapy training. So since doing that, I've managed to bring it all in and hold like a safe environment for people now. And I just kind of see where they are. So I'm sure all your viewers know about our astrology that we've done together.
Yes.
Yeah, I use people's charts now actually I've got the yin and the yang kind of embodied, and now it's just like opened up another door to so much passion for me. Where you can look at someone's chart and their soul, and then through doing the elements as well, looking at the elements of where they're maybe deficient or not using their potential. I've been kind of layering that into the yoga therapy now, which is so rewarding. So I love it. Yeah, so that's great. How about you? How are you getting on with it all? Are you still embodying it as you're reading the charts?
So I haven't had as many readings as I would like, but in the ones that I have had, I obviously won't divulge too much information, but there was a lovely lady called Jan, and it felt like we were really connecting quite well. And she was looking at lots of different elements in her life and things. And she was saying there were so many things that I was giving due to sharing personal experiences and things. And I think that's the thing, making astrology real. It's not just okay, so the planet's doing so and so. It is, as you say, about embodiment. It's bringing it back down to earth and realizing that yes, if we are out of alignment in one area, say we're not expressing our emotions, so that's all about the sort of the water side of things. The element of water is all about the emotion in the body and connects to the moon and the sacral chakra in yoga, as you know. And it's kind of if we're not doing all those things, where's that energy going? Because we are all about the energy within our bodies, and that is what the chakras are, isn't it? It's about those wheels of energy within our body, but that energy has to go somewhere. And you get lots of people that are they're afraid to actually speak their truth and to actually fully express themselves, and they think that anger is a really bad thing. And they'll think that, well, actually, I can't say that this is really annoying me. And if they're not expressing anger, whether it's telling somebody, do you know, that's really not right, and this is actually how I feel, and this is why I feel it's not right for me, and sort of having that open, honest discussion, and they're not actually expressing their anger, they're holding it inside. And that holding that inside is actually then potentially creating trauma or dis-ease. So it's a discomfort within the body, etc., isn't it? And we've often told, oh no, don't say too much, don't speak out. But if you don't speak out, you're not then making any changes. And that sort of energy and motion, whether is just more sort of the intuitive side, the feeling, or whether it is actually passion, which is the fire. If it's not allowed to express itself, it doesn't manifest in the best ways. So yeah, I've actually realized that if I'm angry about something, if I actually say, okay, something's really not right here, and this is what's not going too well, then actually when I'm doing that, or just writing it out somewhere and sharing it, it's out there. It's not going to be left inside me anymore. And it's very therapeutic in that way. And you realize actually that some anger is the catalyst to change. It can be healthy. A lot of people don't see it that way, but that's the thing. We need to actually embrace all of our emotions and realize that everything's valid. All of our thoughts, our feelings, and everything that we're is important, and what's valuable to us is valid. And as you say, about grounding yourself and embodiment, that's the earth elements that a lot of people are aware of. So you get out in nature, or you make things practical, make things real. And so, as we were saying, well, basically, yes, astrology is a part of nature, it's a part of life, and it's a part of our being. So yes, it does affect the soul and our essence as to who we are. So yeah, I have found that when I was in connection with a couple of the clients that I have had, yeah, it has been a beautiful experience. And then there have been some clients that I found it very difficult to open up, and they realized that, okay, we need to do a bit more meditation or breath work to actually get into that and journal about it, or to speak to somebody, whether it's literally speaking to a therapist, because I know I'm not a medical professional. It's getting that healthy conversation, that healthy flow out there. So yeah.
I agree with everything you said, but I think it's just, I think it takes time sometimes as well for people to feel safe enough. I think a lot of healing begins with feeling safe and secure. Back to what you were saying about the chakras, back to that feeling that it, and sometimes it just takes time. It's not going to happen on day one, but it's that relationship where it's a gradual thing. Like there's no right time, and it doesn't have to be done in one session. It's like it progresses, doesn't it? As we all progress. So yeah, I think it's everybody at different timing, and it's just giving that space for someone to feel into their own body. And as you said, right, I don't know about you, but there's like 6 planets in air at the moment. Have you been feeling it? Because yesterday I returned back to my local studio at Samsara, which is an amazing place, Samsara Studio, hired out some space and returned back to actually teach in person of the ladies. And then I forgot actually how much, until I really enjoyed the moment. And then when I got home, I was so happy. And I thought, that's something I've been missing, is that in person, you know, where you actually have to leave the house. And it was so lovely. And I got so much out of it. I hope they did too. But then I was like, oh, and I could feel all this air, and I thought, oh my gosh, I need to try and ground myself here. So I was saying, but that's air, isn't it? It's like social, full of ideas. So I was like jumping around. So I was, in the end, the only way I could ground it, which is also was get my journal and write. And I just had to write and write and write until I made a plan. And then I said, okay, I'm good now. Yeah, I was so excited yesterday. I thought, my husband said, have you done what you need to do? And I was like, no, I just keep jumping from here.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, time to meditate, hands-on body, back down to
yeah, I have had
I get so excited, and then it's like, oh, okay, back. So, yeah. So that's what so that's all about balance as well, isn't it? Because like we're in that Libra lovely season.
Yes.
We've been balancing stuff. So yeah, so that's the only way I can balance, whether it's Libra or any of the solar seasons that we go around, is when I find my center.
Yeah.
So it's when I kind of ground, and it's breath. It's breath for me, which anchors me back into the body. And then after doing, which I don't mind doing with you at some point, some balanced breathing, that from that place, then I can go, okay, what can I integrate? How can we bring this together so it's a win-win?
Yeah, that's beautiful. Actually, would you be happy to guide us through a quick one, do you think?
Yeah, of course. So we can do this on the chair. Oh, I'm not used to these earbuds. They keep falling out. I don't know if I've What? Can you hear me? No.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes. I forgot to test my sound as well. I presume it's okay.
Can I just check? Can you hear me with the earbuds?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I don't need these.
Maybe not.
Good. I'm not used to these. They kept falling out. It's like, oh, they're just. Okay, so this is a nice practice to do every day. Before we get into the breath, I like to think about, okay, to take the fullest breath that you need to, it's a case of like opening up here, opening up at the back and down the sides. So if you have got a comfortable seat, just check that your feet can touch the floor, or put a block underneath if not. And then just kind of feel the feet. And if you warm your hands up so you can feel your hands, and then place them onto your lap. So this takes like seconds. You could do this if you're feeling the air in the sky at the moment. So that's going to affect all of us in different ways. Hands on the lap, feet on the ground, sit bones on your chair, and just take a deep inhale. And then release. Let go, let go. And if you have been feeling lots of anger or frustration, take a deep inhale and blow it away like a big So it just makes space. So this sound is linked to the meridians that run through the liver, related to anger as well. So take a deep inhale through the nose. And so written down, it's like an SH, H. So it's a shh, blowing away any anger. For those who might be feeling some fear, take a deep inhale. And that's like a blowing away. So if you were to write it out, it would be WHO. It's like blowing away the fear. So we're using those breaths just to make space. Okay, and then warming the hands up again so you can feel the hands on your heart. Take a deep inhale. So breathing lots of love, inner smile into your heart. So fill yourself up. And then open up the chest. Arms lift like angel wings, and then roll the arms back in. So you hug yourself, chin in, take a deep inhale. And open it out. Okay, interlock the fingers now. Make any sound that comes to you which feels natural. So you blow it away. Bring the chin down so you can feel between the shoulder blades now, where you're just breathing into that space where we can get a little bit tight around the shoulders and hold on to stress. Breathing deeply into that space. So feeling a nice gentle stretch, gentle opening, breathing there. Well done. And release. Then we're going to interlock the hands like this, but behind the back. So because we're on the chair, bend the elbows. So it's not about how much your arms can come high. We just want you to feel a sensation of opening up this front chest. So interlock the fingers, bend the elbows, and bring the shoulders back so that you can feel a nice opening across that chest. Breathing here. Just check your feet are still grounding. So inhale like an inner smile. And make any sounds or breaths to release. Okay. And then interlock the fingers. Stand it through the feet, the heels as you inhale and stretch high. And then we're going to target the right side of your rib cage. That'll be the word. I'm going to attempt. I'm not sure if it's going to be mirrored or not. So it's the right side or any side, doesn't matter. I've got the nice arm of the chair, but you could always put your hand down onto yours if that works out better. If this hurts your neck, you always bend the elbow and support your head as also. So remember, the target area is just opening up the intercostal muscles that are in between the rib cage. So you can take deeper breaths during the day. So nice big inhale. So the inhale is always like an inner smile. So you're kind of reprogramming that inner voice that everything's going to be okay. And then the exhale, come away from the edge a bit so you find that yin-like softness. So the inhale is like a yang energy. So it's like opening, making space, shining. And then as you release the breath, like soften, come away from the edge a little bit and just feel yourself returning in, like a nice nurturing sensation, like you're coming home. Well done. Back to center. Inhale. Push into the heels. Find space in that spine. Take an inhale. And then change direction the other way. So either head in hand or arm stretch, depending on how it feels for you. So we're targeting this upper part of the of that muscle in between the rib cage. So we're just giving it a gentle, we're waking it up so that our lungs can expand that a little bit further. Nice deep inhale, smile in the sunshine, or if it's not sunny, imagine. And blow away what you don't need. Well done. And then from there, resting the hands back on the lap. Now, if you feel safe and secure, you could let the arms, the palms face up for a moment. So this is just giving you the intention to receive. So press into the feet and then feel yourself grow through the natural curves of your spine up through the crown of the head. And then bring the hands onto the belly, relax the shoulders, and then just connect to your breath. So remember, as you inhale, feel the expansion underneath the hands of your belly. And as you breathe out through the nose, if possible, exhale, exhale. You feel that inner yin-like nurturing back inside, returning to your center. 2 more like this. So feeling that in your body. So even just doing this breath is enough to bring you back down to earth and help you find your center. If you have more time, take the hands up to the lower part of your rib cage. So feel the breath initiate from the belly and then breathing into the hands. So you'll feel possibly like little outer, the expansion of the rib cage coming outwards as you inhale. Return to that loving center as you exhale. Another couple. And then to complete the 3 parts of the breath, so your belly, rib cage, hands up to the heart, or even near the, I'm going to forget this word now. What's these called? Collarbones, even here. So begin the breath. So this is the 3rd part. Inhale, inhale into the belly. Inhale, inhale into the sides of the ribs. Inhale, inhale up to your heart. And to the back of the heart. And then release the hands. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And let's try that again. If you wish, you can move your hands if that helps. So you inhale, inhale, belly. Take it to the sides. Inhale some more. Hands to the chest. Inhale towards the back of the heart as well. Release the hands and breathing out. And again, let's try. So you can either put the hands on your belly, you need to feel, or just imagine that you're inhaling in those 3 parts. So inhale, 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 inhale. And then counting down as you exhale from 6 down to 1. And then we inhale to a count of 6 in those 3 parts of your body. Or 5 if 6 is too much. And then exhale, counting down from 6. And 1 more. Inhale to a count of 6. Exhale to a count of 6. Go back to normal breathing and just tune in now to see how you're feeling. And slowly open up the eyes.
Wow. I think that's just what I needed, Trish. Thanks.
You
I
were
actually ended up having a yawn. I was like, oh, yawn. Can't take another deep breath. I was actually that relaxed. Very
Oh,
much.
thank you. Yeah, so from this place, everything feels possible, I think.
Yeah, I often talk about...
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no worries. I often talk about how our sun is our sort of seed of possibility, and our rising sign is what we're rising into, and that everything is possible if we know who we are at the core, that essence, the sun. But it's so important to actually, if you know your moon sign, to actually validate any feelings and your internal temperament, and notice, okay, so I'm feeling, I don't know, stressed, or I'm feeling relaxed, or I'm feeling a little bit triggered here, and validating that for yourself, sort of like turning on that observer and just generally noticing what's happening. I mean, it can help if people want to write down what's happening and how it makes them feel. As you indicated before about that sort of social stream of writing, just until actually it's all out of their mind and all out there, so that you don't have to sort of be holding on to it anymore. It's all out there. You don't have to show anyone. You can get rid of it. You can do whatever you want with it. It's just out. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean about having lots of air in your chart and needing to get thoughts, ideas. I have had so many different sort of flashes of ideas. I thought, oh, I need to make a colouring book. Thinking, hang on, Emily. No, at the moment I'm making my 2023 planner. So Lunar Pumpkin 2023 planner, which has got the new moons, the full moons, and the quarter moons, the dates of those, a space for daily gratitude, and a space for your new moon intention setting, space for affirmations, and full moon release or forgiveness work. So it's kind of all those little spaces and plenty of space to write. So that's what I'm doing.
Amazing. Yeah, I was going to say as well, for any of those people out there who have had a reading or know that they need a bit of support, this year I did it for the first time and I loved it so much. I'm going to do it again in January. Yeah, one of my friends was she had so much air, but she wasn't tapping into it. And I found myself at the end of the conversation saying, well, how about this? So I said, okay. And it just sort of came, it wasn't planned. And I just said, okay, let's do this. We're going to meet up every Friday morning on Zoom, and we're going to go through the Artist Way. And the Artist Way, which you know I love, it was written as a free offering. And I know the lady who wrote it, Julia Cameron, doesn't charge for it at all. So in the same essence, I'm doing this as a free thing over 3 months, where basically we just use the book as because obviously I need structure. So it works perfectly for me. So each week we read it, we go and do our artist dates, we write every day, and then we come together each week and support each other to see how, and get inspiration as well. So that's a really lovely way to tap into that writing down in the stream of consciousness, finding out what our negative blurts are, reframing it, and acknowledging stuff as well. And just, like you said, we have to acknowledge when we're writing, sometimes there is emotion there, and whatever emotion is fine. It's just you need to accept it, don't you?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, so everybody wants to join, hoping to do that again in January. Yeah.
Yes. If you leave a link for us or let us know, and I can write it in notes.
It's on my website. So
okay.
Yeah, anybody who wants to go on the wait list for that, and they can get in contact with them. Hopefully a time, which at the moment I put it in at, I think it's Friday morning at 11, but I could always try and do a different time with the majority of people and look into it. Emily, can I let you know as well, as similarly how the Artist Way, I find myself this week as well. I don't know, do you realize I've got my pink socks on? I don't know if you see. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah. So because I love doing the studio this week, it falls exactly the same time on the 21st of October, next Friday at 8 in the morning. I'm going to do a sunrise class. It's my first time that I'm going to attempt to do a hybrid. I've done like loads of Zoom classes, but I've not done a studio and Zoom. So bear with me,
Oh.
people. But I'm going to try and do an 8 till 9 sunrise and hopefully record it. Basically, it's £15. Anybody who buys a ticket, who can go, can't go, all the money I'm going to send over to Wear It Pink, which is it's the flagship campaign for breast cancer now. So the lovely owners of Samsara are also going to open up for the day as well. They're going to do their own Wear It Pink. So yeah, that's the 21st of October. If anybody would like to donate or join the class, that's also, it's on my bio in the Instagram, which is at Trish Lighthouse 108, or you can find it on my webpage. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So that's definitely going to be more yang than yin. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
well, working with the sun. For people who don't know that, so when we look at things working with sun, they're more sort of masculine, more active, more yang, and that we have both energies within us, regardless of gender. We have both our sort of more restful stage, our yin, but we also have a more yang, which is, as Trish was saying, it's more active. So yeah, more related to the sun than the moon. So
So also what we've been talking about, so fire, we talked about fire and I was talking about air, that's very yang, kind of energized energy. And that you mentioned about emotions, the water, and what we were doing as well, earthing and going out in nature, like Emily said, that is the water, and the earth is the more yin flavor. So it's like, it's combining both, isn't it, to feel whole. Hence
why I put the yin yang with our faces in as our sort of image for this YouTube. I thought, well, yeah, everything's about balance, and even the heart has to rest between each and every beat. So that's my kind of thing I love to talk about, how, well, actually, if we don't allow our hearts to have the rest between each and every beat, we would be constantly pumping, and we probably wouldn't survive very long. So if even the heart has to rest, we need to incorporate rest in our lives. It's so important.
Yeah, so I've been like, I can't wait to see your new journal. Can you put me down?
Well, I haven't quite finished it yet. I think I'm at June at the moment, but I'm hoping that end of November, early December, that I will have finished it. And I plan to put it out. I've just started creating an Etsy shop, because I know I have a shop on my website, which is lunar-pumpkin.com. But also, in order to get traffic to people to see what I have, what I sell, and obviously a link to booking astrology or tarot readings, then yes, I've put that on my new Etsy shop, which I'm creating. So yeah, hopefully there'll be more traffic towards what I'm creating, and they'll be able to have the digital version, which I'm looking into making as well, and a physical copy. But the digital version will obviously be cheaper, because you can just download it and print it yourself, or work digitally on your phone or your laptop or whatever you happen to use. So yes, I'm hoping to do both versions. And then I've got a couple of QR codes, so one to my website so people can look at what I do, and then another one to my Spotify playlists. So I created a playlist for every sign in the zodiac, which I'm pretty sure I told you at some point, Josh.
Do you know what? I downloaded Gemini. I love it. Thank you.
Do you? Oh wow. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah,
actually, when I start writing my blog, so I have subscriptions on my website to do that, but I have a full moon and a new moon blog. It's just £5 a month if people wanted to subscribe to that. But yeah, when I'm writing those, in order to get into the feel of it and think about keywords and things which I've put within, that's why I've chosen certain songs, because they've got certain lyrics that have got keywords of the signs to each playlist. So when I'm looking at those and start writing, I always put on the relevant signs playlist. So if, for instance, we had the Aries full moon, I was listening to the Aries playlist, and we're now in Libra season. So every so often throughout this month, I then put on the Libra playlist. So I think, oh, okay, I need to remember to find balance in my life, to think about the relationships, think about how I speak, how I interact with others, but also realize that that most important relationship I have in my life is with myself. And if I don't nourish my own and fill my own cup, as it were, I'm not much use to other people, because it won't be the most authentic reactions I have, and I won't be showing up with much integrity. So it's just realizing that and being aware, because I know that awareness is that catalyst to change. And so many people find discomfort within change. But if you happen to be a yogi like we are, then you realize that that kind of transition point, the yoga itself, just the way of life, actually teaches you to find comfort within those transition points, within that discomfort.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My biggest lesson, which is what's the word for it now? I can't remember, but what's the word? Basically, it's letting go. This is my perimenopause brain, so you have to forgive me. It'll come. The word will come later when I don't need it. Parigraha in Sanskrit, which is basically learning to let go. So that's always been my biggest lesson.
What was that again? Can you say the Sanskrit again?
I think it's, I might have got it wrong, but the words that's coming to me is aparigraha, I think it is, which is essentially letting go. There's another one which I'm trying to remember, but that's gone. It'll come back later. But,
it will come back.
Essentially, it's like it's a lesson of going with the flow, really. But two of my children have now gone to university. I've got one at home, and my first instinct is like, no, you're not going out. Stay here, be with me. And I'm like that. Oh, I've got to let them go. You know what I mean? It's like I can't stop the time and make them stay here. So it's been a huge lesson for me the last couple of years. It's like opening up and thinking, okay, I've done the best for them now. It's their turn, and it's just letting it keep flowing. And they do keep coming back. So it's like the sea where they go out and then they come back in. And then they go so, yeah, that's it. But it's finding the quality of that and then allowing it. Which brings back the ease, because of course when you try and hold on to stuff, that's causing disease and tension. So I think we can do as much yoga as we like, but we're still human at the end of the day, and certain things are gonna go, oh, that was but yes, that was a lesson for me that I've just which I've just kind of embodied now and thought, okay, be free. You got my yeah.
Actually, that's quite a good segue. I've got so when I was looking at what balance is, rather than I didn't get as far as looking at sort of dictionary descriptions or anything, but I did find a Wayne Dyer quote. And of course, there's both Wayne Dyer as what did they say on Google that he is? He is an American author and motivational speaker and a guidance counselor. From say his lifespan, sadly it's not that long ago that he passed. It was 2015. But yeah, it was the 10th of May 1940 to the 29th of August 2015. But yes, so I know that a lot of people who have heard of sort of Abraham Hicks will think about the art of allowing, or is it an art of abundance? But either way, I know that also, you're joined by a cat. What's your cat's name?
Zorro.
He's
got a little Zorro mask on. I don't think he's going to show you his face, though. He's a bit shy.
Oh, how cute. So also I've done Cassandra Reinhardt, who was talking about before, Yoga with Cassandra. She's also got a program called The Art of Abundance, and a beautiful book out as well. So I'm really quite inspired by her latest book. I mean, I had the original one about yin yoga, and that's a lovely book as well. But so yeah, it is, as you say, it's all about allowing things to come to you, but also allowing things to release when they need to, and realizing that there is that balance between holding on to something, and you don't want to hold on to something too tightly, as you were saying, but also things have to be and things have to grow, and if we're holding on too tightly to things, we're not growing so much, are we? We're staying more stagnant. And it's just kind of realizing, if you love something, allow it some space at times. And that applies to people too.
I've been trying. Oh,
Oh, wow. Oh, your cat is adorable.
he is. Good boy.
Oh, yes, the Wayne Dyer quote, which I found, all
Oh,
about
yeah.
balance, of course. Getting in balance is not so much about adopting new strategies to change your behaviors, as it is about realigning yourself in all of your thoughts so as to create a balance between what you desire and how you conduct your life on a daily basis. I
Oh,
love that.
yeah. That's perfect.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many quotes, and I thought, no, that's just boring. That doesn't tell me anything. It's not depth. There's no kind of association to anything that is related to either Libra season or to balance in general. But I know that obviously a lot of us are trying to do this whole work-life balance thing. I'm not great at this one because obviously having a business alongside what I call my muggle job.
Oh,
But I'm learning and I'm trying, and that's kind of
yeah.
all we can do, isn't it? Keep trying, but also allow yourself rest as well.
Well, that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, for the last few years, I've been trying to do the lunar cycles as best I can. But I had a bit of a conflict, which is again about balance, isn't it? We're having all those planets in air, but then knowing, thinking, oh, okay, we're at the waning side of the moon where it should be more yin for the next 2 weeks. So
Actually, I think you've got Gemini moon today. I think it's Gemini
it is,
waning
yeah.
gibbous.
That's why I was like, that's why that's going on. If you get me
Oh,
tomorrow, I'll get that. No, let's just be quiet and still. Yeah.
Remind me, Trish, what's your big three again? You are Gemini, aren't you?
I'm Gemini sun,
Yeah.
Pisces rising, and Cancer moon.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah. But you know what? I think all the animals, the dog's going to be coming next, and then my husband, not that he's an animal, I'm trying to say, come on, take me for a walk. You can hear me in the background. But yeah, I was going to say, because I think I'm going to have to run. But before I do go, I'm doing this for myself as well, so it's a win-win really. To help me kind of go back to yin and settle, I'm just going to start doing a monthly yin yoga therapy on a Sunday night, and I'm doing one tomorrow at 7 p.m. online.
Oh, okay.
7 to 8. So it's perfect for people who feel exhausted and just want to reboot before they start their Monday week. Just if you do want to come, just bring everything to make a nest. So bolsters, pillows, blankets, eye pillow, favorite candle, massage oil, whatever you just it's just I want to do it monthly, so it's just an invitation to do some yin yoga therapy, yoga nidra at the end, and just to nurture yourself so that you're fully resourced.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
So you're very welcome.
So links on your website, is it, for that?
Yeah, or you can go through. It will be on the web page. That's www.lighthouse-yoga.com.
Okay.
Or if you find me on Instagram, which is Trish Lighthouse 108, you go to the bio, you should be able to get a link straight in.
Oh, okay.
Either the Sunday class or the Monday charity class. Pink. So if you'd like to join us for it, Pink, yeah, I've found one thing, pink socks. Hopefully by this time next week I'll have my full pink outfit ready for a bit of yoga on Friday morning.
I did want to show you this tiny little friend.
Oh, he's cute.
So when I was at work recently, my friend at work, Julie, her niece, she's doing crochet and knitting these little pumpkins for Cancer Research UK, and I said, oh yeah, I'd love one of those. So she said, I'm for about £6, but I said, oh, she got a business or a website where I can see what she does or anything like that? And she said, no, she's just doing it for fun, but also doing it for raising money. And I said, oh, that's a shame. I can't sort of tell people about it, but I do love this little cutie.
Put that on your Etsy account. I'm sure there'll be lots of kids doing a Halloween party with those pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've called mine Penny.
Beautiful.
Penny pumpkin. Anyway, it's been so lovely to talk to you, Trish.
Yeah, thanks. It's so lovely to see you. I hope you feel better.
Oh,
Rest
thank you. I haven't coughed. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, I've got my chai tea with honey and lemon here.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, put your feet up. Have a well-deserved rest.
Well, thank you.
Well, thanks so much.
Alrighty, take care.
Bye for now.
Bye.